Hi and welcome back to ninth video of this Java programming tutorial series. In this video, we will be discussing on an important OOPS concept, that is encapsulation. So, process of binding variables and methods together into a single entity called as a class. So we will take the necessary variables, take the necessary methods and place inside a class in a Java code. This process is called as an encapsulation, and making appropriate access using access specifiers. So for example, there will be an integer variable in a class, and making that integer variable as private and preventing that variable from being accessed from outside the class. This is one kind of data hiding. So making appropriate access using access specifiers, this will lead to data hiding. So this entire process is called as an encapsulation. So before going into an real-time example, we will see the example code. Right. So we have an class named calculator. So I have one public integer variable and one public method. So binding this variable and this method, that means placing this variable and method inside this class calculator, is called as an encapsulation. And this public int I can be accessed from outside this class. So I have created object for this class calculator in this main class here. So I can access here like object dot I. So I can be accessed here. So without any error, it will print the value of I. So that will be 100. Now I don't want this integer variable to be accessed from outside this class. So I will make this as private. So when it becomes private, this will show an error. Calculator.i is not visible, which means the visibility of the variable int I has been changed from public to private. So it is not accessible outside this class. But this private variable can be accessed within this class and can be accessed by any method of this class itself. So this is an example for data hiding. So encapsulation finally leads to a kind of data hiding, right? So I will repeat the definition again. Process of binding variables and methods inside an entity called class is called as an encapsulation, and also providing necessary access rights with the help of access specifiers will lead to data hiding. So let us take the same example that which we have discussed in our previous video of abstraction. So in abstraction, we have mentioned that there is an Android app or there is a mobile app. I will give username and password and click login. The credentials will be sent to the server, and server does some process at the background, returns the value to the user. The user will just know either he is a valid user or invalid user, but the user will not know the exact process that is happening inside the server when we press the login button. So this is what we have explained as abstraction, and that is in design level, so overall architecture level. But when it comes to encapsulation, whenever this process of data hiding and the other things, the unnecessary irrelevant data hidden from being accessed from outside other classes, this is possible only at the implementation level, that is coding level. So this will be called as encapsulation. So we will explain with this example. Imagine the same concept. I'm having an Android app. I'm having a DTH connection at home. I need to recharge to that DTH now. So I will log in with the help of mobile app. I will send credentials to the mobile app. So mobile app will send the credentials from app class to DTH server class, and the DTH server class will receive the credentials from mobile app class and send to bank server class. So one thing, it is clear that variables and methods from the bank server class cannot be accessed by mobile app class. So this is uh, very clear that encapsulation is happened here and data hiding is happened here, which means if at all this bank server class is directly binded to this mobile app class, if that mobile app has been hacked, then it is very hard to accept the fact that bank server class data can be accessible by any hacker. So this is the real-time scenario where data hiding is actually needed. So in order to prevent this worst scenario, the mobile app class will send credentials to DTH server class, and DTH server class will forward that value to bank server class, so that bank server class process and send back to DTH class, and DTH class will return the value, return the response to mobile app class. So thereby hiding the variables and important methods of bank server class from being accessed by mobile app class. So this is an real-time example for data hiding. So let me narrate the simple and very thin line difference between abstraction and encapsulation. So I'll give login credentials. Click login button. I do not know what is the process running at the background. I will get either valid user or invalid user. So this is abstraction, hiding irrelevant information or unnecessary information from the user at the design level. Coming to encapsulation, I will send credentials from mobile. That mobile app will be having that mobile app class. So all these three classes are just an imaginary explanation, but an easily understandable example. So I will send credentials with the help of mobile app. Mobile app will have mobile app class. That mobile app class will forward the credentials to DTH server class, whereas the DTH server class will forward the value to bank server class. So mobile app class will not have access to bank server class, where uh, which details must be confidential. So mobile app class will not have access to bank server class. So bank server class, if at all it need to access bank server class, it must be through DTH server class. So here is the place where bank server class credentials and data variable methods are hidden from being accessed from mobile app class. So this is the place where data hiding happens, as I said you already. So this is the difference between abstraction and encapsulation. Hope this video is informative. In case any queries, you can leave comment below. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting us.